In the heart of Manhattan, amidst the skyscrapers and bustling streets, stood the prestigious fashion brand, Lux Avenue. Its founder, Jack Sullivan, was a self-made billionaire renowned for his visionary leadership and impeccable taste. However, as Jack gazed at his reflection in the sleek mirror of his penthouse office, he hardly recognized the man staring back. Gone were the crisp designer suits and perfectly groomed hair. Instead, he wore a worn-out hoodie and jeans, a deliberate disguise for his plan to uncover the truth about his flagship store. Customer satisfaction scores had plummeted over the past 6 months, and Jack was determined to understand why. His executive assistant, Mia, peered at him skeptically as he prepared to leave. "Are you sure about this, Jack? The board meeting is tomorrow, and you have that interview with the investors," she cautioned. But Jack waved her off, his mind made up. "I need to see the reality beneath the surface. Everyone puts on a show for me," he insisted. An hour later, Jack stood outside Lux Avenue's flagship store, a glimmering beacon of luxury. As he watched impeccably dressed customers enter and exit, pride surged within him. Yet, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. Steeling himself, he pushed through the heavy glass doors, inhaling the signature fragrance of sandalwood and cedar that filled the air. Inside, Jack noticed a stark change in atmosphere. The once bustling store was now marked by a strange tension. Sales associates huddled in corners, whispering to one another instead of assisting customers. A woman stood at the accessory counter, clearly frustrated, while 3 employees chatted idly by the register. Jack drifted toward the suit section, his trained eye catching the small details, fingerprints on display cases and mannequins that were not properly styled. This was not the Lux Avenue he had built. After browsing for nearly 15 minutes without assistance, a young sales associate named Tyler finally approached him. "Can I help you?" Tyler asked, his tone dripping with condescension as he sized up Jack's casual attire. Jack decided to play along. "Just looking for something nice," he replied, softening his tone. Tyler smirked, pointing out that their suits started at $3,000, suggesting a sale rack for someone like him. Jack's jaw tightened, but he kept his composure. "I just got a bonus at work. Thought I'd treat myself." The change in Tyler's demeanor was immediate. His smile turned predatory, and he launched into an enthusiastic pitch about the latest collections. As Jack listened, he mentally noted every manipulative tactic, feeling a mix of anger and disappointment. While Tyler disappeared to fetch a different size, Jack wandered toward the fitting rooms, trying to overhear conversations between other customers and associates. That's when he caught snippets of a shocking discussion. 2 associates, Mark and Tyler, were boasting about how they had signed up another customer for a phony VIP membership for $10,000. Jack froze, straining to hear more. "Those rich idiots are too embarrassed to admit they got scammed," Mark laughed. "And the boss probably hasn't set foot in the store for years, too busy counting his money." Jack's heart raced as he realized the extent of the corruption. A VIP membership scam being run under his nose, with his employees profiting from unsuspecting customers. Determined to gather more evidence, Jack approached Tyler again, pretending to be intrigued by the VIP program. "Is there any kind of membership for regular customers?" he asked, feigning ignorance. Tyler's eyes lit up with greed, and he leaned closer. "Oh, we have something special for our most discerning clients." Jack played along, masking his true intentions. They moved to a private consultation room where Tyler outlined the supposed benefits of the $110,000 VIP membership, including exclusive access to new collections and personal shopper services. Jack's instincts screamed that something was off. The documents Tyler presented had minor inconsistencies, glaring errors that only someone with a meticulous eye would catch. "Is this membership linked to a central system?" Jack asked casually, activating a voice recorder on his phone. Tyler hesitated but quickly regained his composure, assuring Jack it was all legitimate. Jack's heart sank as he realized the depth of the deception. Tyler was about to process the payment through a third-party device, a clear violation of company policy. As Jack pretended to ponder the investment, he discreetly slipped out of the fitting room to investigate further. He made his way to the back office, where he knew the transaction records were stored. Jack's heart raced as he accessed the logs, confirming the existence of a dual bookkeeping system. Each fraudulent transaction was meticulously documented, and the sheer volume of the scam was staggering. Time was running out. He needed to gather as much evidence as possible before confronting the culprits. Jack returned to the main floor, observing the uneasy interactions among the staff. Miss Ellis, the store manager, was now aware that something was off and had pulled Mark and Tyler aside for a hushed conversation. Determined to expose them, Jack left the store, circling the block to gather his thoughts. At a nearby coffee shop, he accessed Lux Avenue's digital infrastructure through a backdoor he had established years ago. The findings were worse than he had imagined. Over $1.5 million had been siphoned through various schemes, all while he remained oblivious. With dawn approaching, Jack prepared for the confrontation. He meticulously organized his evidence, gathering financial records, surveillance footage, and customer testimonials. The next day, he would unleash the truth. As Jack entered the store the following morning, he was no longer the casual observer. He was the CEO, ready to reclaim his company's integrity. With legal counsel and forensic accountants by his side, he commanded attention as he approached the conference room where the implicated employees awaited their fate. The atmosphere was thick with tension as Jack laid out the evidence before them. The room fell silent as he played recordings of their conversations, revealing the extent of their deceit. Miss Ellis, once confident and composed, now wore a mask of desperation as the reality of their actions sank in. "Each of you will be escorted for questioning," Jack declared, his voice steady. "This isn't just about the money. You've betrayed the trust of every customer who walked through these doors." As the security team led the employees away, the gravity of the moment settled over Jack. He had not only uncovered a scheme, he had exposed a fundamental flaw in the company's culture. Lux Avenue would rise from the ashes, rebuilt on principles of integrity and transparency. In the weeks that followed, Jack made it his mission to restore faith in Lux Avenue. He reached out to every affected customer, offering not just refunds but compensation packages tailored to their experiences. The response was overwhelmingly positive, and word spread about Jack's commitment to making things right. Lux Avenue reopened its doors with a renewed sense of purpose. Instead of hiding the scandal, Jack embraced it, using it as a catalyst for change. The company implemented new policies focusing on ethical practices and genuine customer relationships, creating a legitimate VIP program that offered real benefits without deception. As Jack surveyed the transformed store, he felt a sense of relief wash over him. Lux Avenue was no longer just a brand, it was a testament to resilience and integrity. The experience had taught him valuable lessons about leadership, trust, and the importance of staying connected to the ground level of his business. The first customer to enter the reopened store was a familiar face, the barista from the coffee shop who had once shared her disappointing Lux Avenue experience. Now, she wore a stunning handbag from the new collection, a part of her compensation package. Their eyes met, and she nodded appreciatively, a simple gesture that spoke volumes. "Welcome back to Lux Avenue," Jack said, genuinely smiling as he greeted customers with warmth and sincerity. The doors had swung open to a new beginning, and Jack Sullivan was ready to lead his company into a brighter future, one built on trust and integrity.